Hey everyone, this is Sean, the What's Up Dude. We are at St. James Cemetery in Lamont, Illinois, established 1833. Now there's some legends out here that we'll talk about, but I'll give you the tour of the cemetery before we do so. So let's have some creepy fun and see what's around. This is Sean, the What's Up Dude. Right here is the entrance of the St. James Catholic Church at Sag Bridge. And this is also the gates of the cemetery. This is a historic location that's been here since 1833. We'll walk inside and see the legends of this cemetery that's been here for centuries. As soon as you walk in, there's a grave in memory of the unborn child. Now, when you first walk into the cemetery, there is a spot for the unnamed babies. Now, I was curious, what does that mean? And what is that for? So this was for infants without dedicated headstones because historical Catholic burial traditions and high 19th century infant mortality rates were low. So a lot of the infants never made it to the point where they had an official baptism from the Catholic Church. So these babies are considered the unnamed babies because they were never actually brought into the Catholic faith because they never had a chance to. And because St. James at Sag Bridge is the oldest continuously operating Catholic parish in Cook County, its records and grounds reflect older religious protocols regarding stillborns or unbaptized infants. And over here, this is the entryway, St. James, 1833 at Sag Bridge. Saginaw Hall building. This is part of the St. James Church, built in 1912, remodeled in 1970. Recent storms, it looks like that tree has been unearthed and has fallen down. It's crazy, this tree literally is almost in front of the entrance. We have a sign here that says St. James of the Sag Bridge Catholic Cemetery. Here we go. We're going to go inside here, see what we can find. Now, unfortunately, these trees did fall on a couple of the graves. Like I said, this cemetery has been here for over a century. There's two main popular legends of this cemetery. One is the monks that roam the cemetery at night. People say they see the hooded figures roaming through, or they see bright lights. The other is sometimes people pass through here and they'll hear footsteps of horses, and sometimes even a phantom wagon, a horse and buggy that would go through here. here's a garage of some type. Our dear mother Frank and Joseph McCarthy, 1927. Some of these graves have been here a very long time. Someone here, 1863, born 1860, a mother and a father, and then their kids are buried here, all the way from the 1800s. Catherine and John Grace, 1881. So even some of the cemeteries I've been to before don't have dates that are this old. Some of these have statues on them. And we're headed to the back of the cemetery. As I'm coming back here, there's a heavy sensation. Almost like you're being watched by something unknown. (1860). St. James at the Sag Church and Cemetery in Lamont, Illinois, is one of Chicago area's most legendary haunted sites. It was established in the 1830s by Irish canal workers. The limestone bluff location is famously tied to phantom monks chanting in Latin, a glowing ground that appears to breathe, and a ghostly 1897 horse and carriage. The phantom monks are robed figures that have been reported gliding up the hill or patrolling the grounds, often said to chant in Latin, earning the site the local nickname Monk's Castle. The 1897 horse and carriage, documented in a late 19th century Chicago Tribune article, witnesses report a phantom carriage tied to a tragic elopement legend, as well as a mysterious dancing woman in white. Early pastors wrote about looking out at night to see the cemetery sod moving up and down as if the earth were breathing. Now, can you imagine if you were there and you saw the ground moving up and down? You'd probably want to get out. But we stayed. And paranormal enthusiasts often link the intense local activity to the surrounding forest preserves and the heavy use of local Lamont limestone, which some folklore suggests absorbs and holds residual energy. Now, another thing that happens is there's a mist in the air that you can see, but there's also a sulfur type smell in certain spots in the cemetery where something just feels not quite right. We're going up the winding path to get up to the other side. Just imagine if you were here at nighttime, how eerie and creepy it might be. All right, now I'm going to head up over here. And it looks like there's a building of some sort right there. Could be a tomb or a resting place of someone that had a little bit of wealth. A lot of times if people have a building like that, that came from money. John Z. Murphy. All right, now we're all the way at the top where the building is. right, this is the church building. Right here, we're gonna go to the front side of the church. Over here, this is the Our Lady of the Forest. And this is a little garden. And at the end, it looks like we do have Mother Mary. All right, over here, we're walking back to the gates. There's a walkway that we're gonna go down, and my dad said his hair was standing straight up. And this is the SAG St. James Cemetery entrance on the other side. Right here is there's steps. It says watch your step. And you can go down. We're gonna do that now. Not really sure what's down here, but we'll check it out. A couple really old graves. Go on the other side of the church, and I believe this is one of the popes. All throughout the cemetery by the church, there are these plaques that say Jesus is taken down from the cross. So it's images of Christ, different stages of his crucifixion, resurrection, and life. Got another set of steps. Go down these ones. If you are coming out here to investigate, just be careful because this place is very old, and one wrong move and you will be on the ground. A couple of old graves from the early 1800s. We'll head back up and check out this other side. A couple graves have been destroyed that have been here so long. So one thing that's a little strange is certain spots, there's almost like this, I want to say almost like a sulfur smell. And I saw some type of like fog. So there's definitely something different about this cemetery. The other ones I didn't really feel too much, but this one, I think just because of how old it is, it just has that feeling of unease. Kind of like the Joliet Cemetery, that same kind of feeling that you're just not in a place that's normal. But I do have nothing for respect for those that have lost loved ones and those people that have come before us and the history. But it is interesting to see when a place like this still stands and remember how many people were around before we were here. Over here, my dad says that he senses something strange, almost like a mist coming from behind here. Right here, this is the only spot where the graves are underwater, and all these tombs are the same. The area is completely flooded right here, but the other areas aren't like that. Strange is there is absolutely no names on any of these graves. Now, I know this is a serious video, but I just had to say, the grave right here says tipping, and right here, this tree is tipped over. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed some of the stories and legends that I showed you. And if you want to visit here, come in the daytime, and you'll definitely feel something strange when you're here. But for now, this is the What's Up Dude signing off. Till next time. Please like, share, and subscribe so that I can explore new areas and go to more places in the future.